Torino FC, a club currently finding themselves on struggle street. Torino FC have become a club that we expect to be in contention for at least European football every season when it comes to the Italian league. But this season, however, it is a real role reversal as the club from Turin finds themselves in the relegation battle. That is where we come into the picture. We are headed to Serie A and taking over Torino, looking to make them not only better than their arch rivals Juventus, but the biggest club in Italy and the biggest club in Europe, as today we rebuild Torino FC. But lads, if you do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Also lads, just wanted to let you know I have made a few changes and upgrades to my setup. I apologize in advance if the tech side of things isn't up to scratch today, playing around with things, trying to get everything working to the max. Hopefully there's no issues, but apologies in advance if there is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. The objective of the rebuilds are to win the UEFA Champions League final. All games in the rebuild are simulated. We cannot use the new jump in feature in rebuilds. The Champions League final, however, must be played. And of course, do not get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules and objectives. Now it's time to jump into the rebuild. So lads, here is our starting 11 to kick off this first season. It's an interesting one. We've got a pretty aging squad for the most part. Got players in there like Nkulu, Izzo, Sirigu, all these sorts of guys that are getting on slightly in age, Simone Zaza as well. But then we've got some pretty solid players in there, most notably Andrea Bellotti. But in terms of improvements for this first season, definitely going to be going for a new right midfielder. We don't even have one for the side. I've got a bloody right back player there at the moment. Might even try selling Zaza as well and going in for a new young striker. But we'll suss it all out and see what we can do with this club. Let's jump into the transfer window. As you would have been able to see, we are playing a 3 at the back formation. So we have decided to sell Ricardo Rodriguez, too valuable to have him on the bench. We have sent him to Goodison Park for £14.5 million. Thomas Rincon staying in Serie A but headed to AC Milan for just over £4 million. And we have decided to sell Simone Zaza. The Italian striker is headed to Benfica for just under £12.5 million. Now we have signed a left winger here in Nemanja Radonjic, but I do intend on converting the Serbian winger to a right midfielder. We've signed him from Marseille for £9.5 million. And we have sourced out a new striker as well. It is the Brazilian striker Wesley joining us from Aston Villa here for £13.8 million. Christian Ansaldi also out of the club, fellas, as the Argentinian midfielder headed to Frank Lampard, although it's probably going to get updated to Thomas Tuchel in a few weeks. But Christian Ansaldi headed to Chelsea for £8 million. Didn't expect to have as much money as we do at the moment, so we've gone out and signed ourselves a new midfielder. If I had my time over again, I probably would have had Radonjic stay there and gone in for a different winger, but we've signed Pedro Neto from Wolverhampton, the Portuguese winger, joining us for £18.1 million. Not sparing any cash here. Merjim Vojvoda is headed to Southampton. The Kosovonian defender. Is Kosovonian even the right word? I don't care. The man from Kosovo is headed to St. Mary's for £3.95 million. And we have decided to send out Michel Ndari Adopo on a season-long loan to FC Lugano. Same deal with Vincenzo Milico. I think that's the most Italian first name ever, Vincenzo. But he is headed to the Portuguese league on loan. So there we go, lads. That is the opening transfer window in charge of Torino, done and dusted. Very happy with the additions that we've made to the side. Honestly, didn't expect to make this much business in the opening transfer window. And the good thing is we've still got a little bit of money we could potentially spend in the January transfer window if push comes to shove. So not too bad at all. But after the transfer window, this is how the starting 11 is looking. No crazy changes in terms of overall. I mean, we have upgraded the right midfield spot, Radonjic in there, but I honestly don't know what the expectation needs to be here for season 1. Obviously, don't want to get in the relegation battle, want to make sure we stay up with Torino, but stranger things have happened. We could honestly push for European football with this side, at least Europa League, but we'll suss it out and see how we're going halfway through season 1. Okay, I'll take that. We currently find ourselves in 8th position here in Serie A, halfway through the season on the 1st of January. 29 points. We're only 3 points out of a European spot, which is very, very promising. Just need to crack on here in the second half of the season and get ourselves up the table. Also, we do have this guy in our youth academy, Ilpo Salminen, a Finnish striker, maybe the next Teemu Pukki. I'm going to promote him to the senior team and try loaning him out. No idea what he's going to become, but we may as well try finding out. Gonna get things rolling here, lads. Nicholas Nkulu at the peak of his powers right now in terms of FIFA. So we have sent the Cameroonian defender to Borussia Dortmund for £17.7 million. And we have replaced him with an Italian wonder kid here. It is Alessandro Bastoni joining us from Inter Milan for £23.9 million. You love to see it. It's a slight little downgrade, but obviously I'm thinking 4, 5, 6, 7 years into the future with this signing. Also, going to loan out Alessandro Bonginio to Standard Liège for the season. But there we go, fellas. Happy with that January. Bastoni and Kulu out. Is it going to be enough for us to climb up the table and get ourselves a European spot? Let's go suss it out. Oh, I don't know, lads. We finished 7th. I'm not super familiar when it comes to what does and what doesn't get European qualification in terms of Italian football. Could come down to the Coppa Italia and who won that, but we have finished in 7th here, finishing above Roma, but AC Milan winning Serie A this season. And obviously there is no relegation spots because of Serie B being licensed by PES, but Spezia, Crotone, and Benevento all would have been up shit creek without a paddle if that was the case. Atalanta did emerge as champions of Coppa Italia. Barcelona have prevented Bayern Munich from going back-to-back in the Champions League. And it is Real Sociedad defeating Arsenal to win the Europa League here in Season 1. But there we go, fellas. Waiting to find out if we've got Europa League football at the club next season. But we've laid the foundations. We've just got to build upon them in Season 2 and see what we can do with this Torino side. Let's go, lads. Calm the Bulls. So Season 2 at Torino begins here as Iago Falque joined us again. He was out on loan last season, but we have permanently sold the Spanish centre forward to Hellas Verona for £8 million on the dot. We've also decided to sell Kofi Gigi, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Gigi, to Stade Rennais for 2.3 mil. It's bloody clearance sale over here in Turin as Lucas Boy is also out of the club, off to Bristol City. Daniel Baselli is off to Villarreal here for £9.6 million. And Ola Aina, who spent last season on loan at my club Fulham, is off to Marseille for £16.6 million. And with all those player departures, it is finally time for us to make a signing here in Season 2. An upgrade to the backline. We've probably paid out of our ass for this one, but we have signed Andreas Christensen here for £42.2 million from Wolverhampton. We've signed a player from the Prem, and now we're sending a player to the Prem. It is Lianco, headed to Burnley for 6 mil. And Karol Laniti is headed to Frankfurt for £8.1 million. Another midfielder out of the club, Amir Goyak, the Bosnian midfielder, headed to Hellas Verona, linking up with Iago Falque again. And Eric Farigra is headed out on a season-long loan to Argentinos Juniors. We only make big bloody transfers around here, lads. Sandro Tonali, the Italian wonder kid, the defensive midfielder, is joining us here on a permanent transfer. We have forked out £40.4 million to bring the defensive midfielder across from AC Milan. But wait, there's more. Sasja Lukic, the Serbian midfielder, headed to Porto. And Christopher Hortharth is headed to Minnesota United on a season-long loan. Whew, deep breath, lads. What a bloody window that was. So many players out of the club. 2 massive pickups in Andreas Christensen and Sandro Tonali. And now it is time to see how we're going to go with this new and improved Torino squad. And this is the new and improved Torino squad we speak about. Salvatore Sirigu, 34, 35? Up to an 85 overall. Go on, old fella. Go on. Let's go, lads. We are in the hunt for European football once again. Currently finding ourselves in 5th position here in Serie A. 32 points, only 6 points behind our rivals and league leaders, Juventus. Got to catch up to them, but it's going to be a pretty big second half of the season, surely. We are going to have Samir Yujkani off on a free transfer at the end of the season, but he's not really that big a player, so not too worried. Have also decided to send Wilfried Singo on a season-long loan to Basel. This guy's got okay potential. It's just a shame he doesn't really fit into our formation, so I just want to keep loaning him out so that he can at least grow somewhat and become more valuable as a bit of a transfer pawn down the line. Gonna make some moves up top, however. Simone Verdi is headed to Borussia Mönchengladbach for £14.2 million. And in response, we have brought in another Italian wonder kid. It is Nicolo Zaniolo, £38.8 million, bringing him from the capital of Rome to Turin. Very happy to have Zaniolo in Torino colours. So there we go, lads. Zaniolo into the club, suiting those colours so well. Yujkani and Verdi out of the club. Hopefully Zaniolo is a step in the right direction to hopefully getting us European football in season number 3. You are kidding me. Are you taking the piss? We are finished in 7th position once again. Bloody hell, we fell off a little bit in that second half of the season, didn't we? Roma, Napoli, Milan, Inter, Atalanta, and Juventus all ahead of us. Pain. But at the bottom of the table, it is Parma, Spezia, and Crotone, all in those relegation spots. AC Milan emerged as Coppa Italian champions. Bayern Munich have lost yet another Champions League final, 4-3 to Atletico Madrid this time. That would have been an insane game. Hoffenheim have emerged as Europa League champions as well, fellas. Also, the question from last season of whether we were in the Europa League was answered. We did make it to the round of 16, where we unfortunately lost to Chelsea on penalties. But there we go, lads. That is season 2 done and dusted here at Torino. A very up and down season. Next year, we have to be pushing for a bloody Champions League spot. We have to, lads. We need to get a move on here at Torino and get the Bulls. Are they even called the Bulls? But get Torino back to the top of the Italian league. Season 3. Here we go, lads. Armando Izzo is the first man out of the club to kick off this 3rd season. We have sent the Italian defender to Arsenal for £40 million. I'm not complaining about that price. And we have found his replacement and future upgrade. It is Jules Koundé, 23 years of age, the Frenchman joining us from Inter Milan for £46.6 million. Once again, sending Wilfried Singo out of the club, off to RC Lens in the French league on loan. Simone Adera is also out of the club, off to Galatasaray for just over £2 million. But there we go, lads. Maybe not as intense a window as we would have expected. I mean, especially given the opening 2 windows, they have just been chaotic in season 1 and 2. Season 3, we knew what we needed. We needed Jules Koundé. Now it's time to crack on and see not only how the players grow throughout this season, but how we perform. European football, most notably Champions League, is what we need. The growth of some of the players, though, has just been absolutely brilliant to witness. I think, I don't know, I'd probably go for a new midfielder in there instead of Miete or Might, or however you pronunciate his name, in January. But we're going to play it by ear, lads. See what sort of a position we are in the league table. Okay, yeah, sweet. All right, we need to make a move. We need to make some big money moves here. We're sitting 7th again. We're kind of like Arsenal, where they were stuck at 4th, although I guess nowadays Arsenal fans would die to be stuck at 4th consistently. But we consistently find ourselves in 7th position. I want to rid ourselves of that curse. We need to make some big moves here in January. And there it is. That's a pretty big move if you ask me. Matteo Guendouzi is going to join us here. £48.5 million to bring the Frenchman across from Arsenal. Stoked with that pickup. Come on, Guendouzi, please be a big asset for us moving forward. The Finnish striker, Ilpo Salminen, is growing decently, but we're going to send him out on a season-long loan here to Venlo in the Dutch league. So there we go, lads, the massive signing of Matteo Guendouzi. Very hopeful he can help us climb up the Serie A table in the second half of the season. Time will tell though, lads. Let's crack on and see how we finish season number 3 at Torino. Are you kidding me? We finish in 8th. I made that big move for Guendouzi and we drop down the table. This rebuild is tough. To add insult to injury, our rivals Juventus win yet another Serie A title. Benevento, Crotone, and Genoa all in those bottom spots. Juventus have also taken down Fiorentina to win Coppa Italia. Atletico Madrid go back-to-back and win themselves another Champions League. And Real Sociedad get another Europa League title to their name, destroying Man United in the final. We ended up losing in the round of 16 of the Europa League again, though, to Manchester United. But, I mean, we lost to the runners-up, but still, lads, just not good enough across the table. At least some of our players are having okay seasons. Nemanja Radonjic getting 21 goals to his name. For an 8th place side, that's decent. But overall, lads, that season was a massive L compared to what I expected. Our worst performing season with our best rated squad. We need to get back on track for season 4. Crap. Alright, lads, finally decided to sell him. Maite, the French midfielder again. I don't even know if I'm fucking pronouncing his name right, but who cares? Mate, I'm just going to call him. Mate is off to Hoffenheim here for 20.7 mil. And we have decided to make an upgrade in between the sticks. Salvatore Sirigu is starting to drop off quite significantly now. He's done pretty well considering how old he is. He's like 36 or 37 in the game. But Mike Magnan joining us here for £66 million from Tottenham. Also going to sign this free agent midfielder here, an Italian defensive midfielder, Vito Armini, 65 rated. Welcome to Torino. Same with you, Christian Terrans. Could honestly be Luis Suarez's regen, the Uruguayan striker, joining us here. Lorenzo Carasoni headed to Portsmouth here for £770,000. Big dosh there, lads. And another free agent player, gone crazy on them this window. Diego Felipe Ribeiro Diaz, a Portuguese centre-back joining us. Could be Pepe's regen? Low-key, this guy looks like a little bit of a beast. Leif Bennett, 17 years of age, 66 overall, English striker. Welcome to Torino. And the final one of the free agent players we've gone in for has accepted. Famana Dominguez Agrielos, joining us, another Portuguese defender. Welcome to Torino. Death, taxes, and sending Wilfred Singo out on loan this year to Bournemouth. The fact, this is daylight robbery. The fact we managed to get £23 million for a 36-year-old goalkeeper is absolutely insane. Let's go, lads. Let's Ashley go. Salvatore Sirigu off to Lille for £23 million. Thank you for your service, but it's time to go. Also have decided to part companies with Eric Ferrigra on a permanent basis now. £650,000 in our back pocket. So there we go, lads. Mike Magnan, the big marquee signing. A lot of free agent players into the squad as well. And a lot of players that I would have considered deadwood players at this point out of the club. Our push towards climbing up the bloody Serie A table, finishing higher than 7th, continues. We need to do well this season. It's starting to get a bit of a joke. I mean, surely this squad we have here is got to be doing better than 7th position. Yes, we are a little bit weak on the bench, but in terms of a starting 11, if we keep everybody happy and healthy, we've got to be doing well. That is more like it, fellas. Finally, we've got some decent momentum. I'm not trying to get too happy, not too excited, because obviously we've seen what can happen in terms of the second half of the season, but we currently find ourselves in a Champions League spot in 3rd position here with Torino, 1 point behind Juve, 5 points behind Inter Milan, but a lot of teams like Atalanta, Lazio, Napoli, all breathing down our necks. It's not over. Have decided to send Diogo Felipe Ribeiro Diaz on a season-long loan to Genoa, however. Same with Bennett. The English wonder kid is off to Hellas Verona. Same with Christian Terrans, off to Ghent for the season. What the fuck? Oh, this game. I can't believe it, lads. Leo Messi. Yep, you're seeing this correctly. Leo fucking Messi will be joining us on a free transfer here. What the hell, lads? He's not going to crack the starting 11. But the fact that we can get Messi for £80,000 a week. Oh my God. Leo Messi, welcome to Torino. The GOAT, baby. Let's go. We've also decided to sign Thomas Lamar here. I had a bit of money in the back pocket. I didn't want to let it go to waste, but I also didn't find enough really necessary. There wasn't enough necessary moves for the starting 11, so I've decided to sign Thomas Lemar here for 52 mil. We can either keep him as a rotation player moving forward or sell him for money next season. Just wanted to make sure that money didn't go to waste. So when I started this rebuild and when I was planning out this rebuild, I did not expect to be saying these words. But in this transfer window, we have brought in Lionel Messi to the club, also signing Thomas Lemar. What a weird universe we are living in. Surely the powers of Messi are going to help us secure a Champions League spot. The GOAT can't be playing Europa League. A slight little drop in the second half of the season, but I do believe we will be playing Champions League football in season number 5. It's about bloody time. We finished 4th in Serie A, Inter Milan winning the league, Lazio coming out of nowhere to finish in 2nd position. But I'm just happy that Champions League football is coming to Turin. Well, it's been in Turin, but double the amount now. Fiorentina, Cagliari, and Crotone all having stinkers this season though. Atalanta win yet another Coppa Italia. Liverpool absolutely hand the L to Barcelona there to win the Champions League. And Tottenham have managed to win a North London derby for the Europa League final. Bloody hell. So there we go, lads. Things finally feel like they're starting to get on the straight and narrow. Season number 4 with Torino done and dusted. We're in the Champions League. I have no expectations heading into the Champions League next season, but let's just see what unfolds. So season 5, a season where we're in the Champions League and we're going to make some big moves, begins with the exact opposite of that. A small move. Vitale Damascus, the striker, off to Swansea City for 1.5 mil. But this is more like it. A move that might ruffle a few feathers. We have decided to part ways with Andrea Belotti, 88 rated, 30 years of age. We all know that's borderline a death sentence in FIFA. So we have sold the Italian striker to Real Madrid for £143.8 million. Here is to bloody fingers crossed that this doesn't bite us in the ass. Have also decided to send Ibrahim Karamoko on a season-long loan to Wolfsberger. A monster replacement there for Andrea Belotti. 3 overall higher, 4 years younger. But we've saved about £7 million as we have signed Lautaro Martinez from Bayern Munich, £132.8 million for the Argentinian, 91 rated, one of the world's best strikers at this point. Let's go. Have also decided to sign Alexei Miranchuk, the Russian attacking midfielder, as a bit of a reserve player for the bench, £32.1 million to bring him across from Atalanta. And another player returning back to Serie A football. It is Daniel Rugani. Former Juventus player, might ruffle a few feathers, but it made sense. We've signed the Italian from Man City for £27.6 million. Have also decided to send Vito Armini on a season-long loan move to Burnley. And Jorginho is back to Serie A as well. Well, I mean, he was here the whole time because we have bought him from Lazio. We're just bringing all these Italian players to the club, man. I'm trying to build out a nice little Italian core on the bench, but a backup goalkeeper here. Emil Adero is joining us from Sampdoria for £25.2 million. But it is an Italian player leaving the club this time as Jacopo Segre is headed to Burnley. So there we go, lads. We did not come to fuck spiders in this transfer window. Big money moves, almost £250 million spent on signings. Fingers bloody crossed that they can make a huge difference for us this season. Let's go. And this starting 11 is starting to come along quite nicely. Definitely need to work on getting the sharpness and the morale up for a few players, especially the morale for the majority of the squad. But in the grand scheme of things, the team is looking quite nice. We surely have to find ourselves in a great spot for the Champions League this season. Speaking of the Champions League, fellas, this is our group. We have been placed in Group H, and it is a bloody difficult group. There is no denying that. Leipzig always have insane squads in career mode. Atletico Madrid, I mean, they've won so many Champions Leagues in this bloody save. Besiktas as well, probably the weakest link, but we're going to have to fight. Oh my god, it's burped mid-sentence. What the fuck? I'm leaving that in. I was going to cut it. I'm leaving that in. What? Who cares? Hey, maybe that's going to be a good luck charm for us. We're going to have to fight here and get that second position. Let's go. Let's go, lads. The lucky burp did it for us. We've definitely fought. and made it into the Champions League knockout rounds, finishing 1 point ahead of RB Leipzig. Atletico Madrid, no surprise to see them going undefeated in the group. But we are into the round of 16. Let's see who we've got. Oh, it's not a fun opponent at all, lads. It is PSG in the Champions League round of 16, thrown into the deep end. We're going to have to be on top of our game if we want to get past Mbappe and co. Definitely in the title race this season though, which is fantastic. Once we've qualified for the Champions League once, it's a non-negotiable. We need to be pushing for qualification every season from here on in. Currently sitting in second, 3 points behind Milan, but the most comforting thing is that we are 6 points ahead of Lazio and Atalanta. Have decided to do no business here in the January transfer window. Want to see if the squad we have is good enough to get us into the Champions League final and go all the way in this 5th season. Let's crack on. Season 5, knockout round football as we face PSG. Okay, big test, lads. Big test. Champions League knockout rounds. We are at home here for the first leg, which means the most important thing to me personally is a clean bloody sheet. We're going to simulate the first leg against PSG and the scoreline. It's a 1-0 loss. 1-0 loss. Timber gets the red card there, which is possibly a good sign. But it's a 1-0. They have an away goal on the board. PSG have the advantage. We're going to have to score goals now. We're going to have to score a few goals as well to make it comfortable. So by no means are we dead and buried at the moment. We are well and truly alive in this fixture. But we're going to have a great performance here in the second leg at the Parc des Princes as we take on PSG if we want to get ourselves through to the Champions League quarterfinals and keep this season alive. We're going to simulate the second leg here against the Parisians and the scoreline. That's why. It's a 1-1 draw. PSG go through 2-1. I mean, if we have a 0-0 draw in that first leg, then we go through away goals rule. But because we conceded that goal, we're now out of the Champions League. That is annoying, lads. That is annoying. We're out of the Champions League. Okay, we're going to have to make sure we qualify for the next year's Champions League then. Bloody hell. At least we have qualified for next season's Champions League, lads. Second in Serie A, comfortably made it into a Champions League spot. AC Milan emerge as champions of Italy, but we finished second on 88 points. Again, looking at the non-existent relegation battle, Spezia, Crotone, and Genoa all having stinkers. Roma have taken down Parma in the Coppa Italia final. That would have made a lot more sense 25 years ago. Liverpool have won an all-English Champions League final, so PSG didn't even make it deep. And Real Madrid have emerged as Europa League champions. Jesus. It was a belter of a first season at Torino, however, for Lautaro Martinez, as the Argentine managed to get 29 goals to his name. But anyways, lads, a season of highs and lows. We now need to crack on into season number 6 and see if we can finally go deeper in the Champions League. Come on, lads. I did not expect it to take this long. Alright, we are doing everything in our power to make sure this is a Champions League winning season here at Torino. Starting off with an upgrade in the midfield. It is Donny van de Beek, the Don himself, coming across from Barcelona for £82 million. Have also decided to sell Nemanja Radonjic, a man that I expected to be here when we signed him on day one. I expected him to be here until we lifted the Champions League title, but situations changed. Leicester City, Brendan Rodgers offering £115 million for him. Can't turn that down, lads. Cannot turn that down. And we have decided to sign his replacement here. It is Achraf Hakimi, the Moroccan midfielder, joining us from Inter Milan, £120.4 million. Huge signing to the right-hand side of the midfield. Fingers crossed he can get close to the 90 rating this season. Have also decided to sell Emil Ardoro a season after signing him. We've sold the Italian shot stopper to Chelsea for £30 million. And in response, we've got this man here. It is Jan Oblak joining us from Atletico Madrid, an absolute steal. £74.4 million for a 93 rated goalkeeper. Yes, I know his age isn't great for FIFA, but this is really a signing that is focused on this season. This is someone that I want to have in between the sticks for us this season. Move Mike Magnan to the bench. We're going to have an insane bench at this point. But Jan Oblak, welcome to Turin. So there we go, lads. Some big additions to the side. Fingers crossed they are enough to get us over the line and get us deep in the Champions League, because last year getting eliminated in the round of 16 was just unacceptable, honestly. And I mean, you look at this starting 11, it is absolutely cooked. I would love some certain players like Wesley to grow slightly a little bit more, but when the weakest link in your starting 11 is 86 rated, you know you've got a pretty damn good side. Christensen and Kunde probably going to hit the 90s this year. Same with Tonale, Hakimi if we're lucky, Martinez, Nato, Zaniolo, Oblak, 4 players already in the 90s. The bench is insane. The reserves are decent. It's all coming up, Millhouse. Well. Leipzig, we meet again, my friends. Leipzig, Benfica, and Lokomotiv Moscow in the Champions League group stages. Fingers crossed we can become top dogs in the group this year. Got to, surely, lads. Yes, sir. We are through to the round of 16. And guess who isn't again? Leipzig. Fuck off. Benfica joining us in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Let's just pray we don't get put up against PSG again. Well, it is going to be a French opponent in the round of 16, but it is not going to be PSG, thankfully. We have been drawn up against Lyon, who surely have some good players if the likes of, Aula and all those sorts of guys are still in the starting 11. Going to have to be a team we watch out for, but it is not a PSG. We are also looking to get our first Serie A title of this rebuild, finding ourselves top of the table, 4 points ahead of Juventus, which is good to see. No business here in the January transfer window, however, fellas. Very happy with the business we've done earlier in the season and the entirety of the rebuild, to be honest, and really want to see if this side can be the side to deliver European glory to Torino. So here we go, fellas. The first leg is on the road. This is where we fell down in this stage last year. The first leg we started horribly. This time we are the away team, so if we can get an away goal on the board, I would be a very happy camper. But we're going to have to do it easier said than done as we quick sim against Lyon. And it's a 1-1 draw. I mean, that's an okay result. We get a goal to our name, an away goal, which is brilliant. But we crack on. Everything still to fight for in the second leg. Here we go, lads. The second leg is at home here. If we keep a clean sheet, we are through to the quarterfinals. Again, easier said than done. That is for sure. Come on, Torino. The scoreline after the second leg is a 3-0 win. Let's go, lads. We are through to the quarterfinals. We absolutely demolished Lyon there. I mean, look at those stats. 7 shots to 0. Killed them. Absolutely killed them. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's trot, baby. Champions League quarterfinals. It is a Turin derby as we are facing Juventus in the Champions League quarterfinals. Come on. The first leg is away here as we take on Juventus, traveling across town, taking on our Turin rivals. Come on, lads. Need some away goals on the board. I'm actually I'm genuinely pumped up for this. Let's go. Come on, Torino. Quick sim the first leg. The scoreline is a 2-0 win. Okay, that's a good start. That's a real good start, to be fair. 2 away goals on the board. You love to see it. Let's go, Torino. Look, lads, we are in a good spot. We are in a real good spot. But we're not home yet. We are not home. 2-0 up, 2 away goals. Juventus are going to have to score goals. There's no question about it. Let's defend. Come on, lads. The second leg for a spot in the semi-finals. It's a 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. Juventus. Fuck off. 6-0 on aggregate. Let's go. Turin is ours, baby. Champions League semi-finals. We're coming for you. So here is the predicament we find ourselves in. Manchester City in the semi-finals for the right to face the winner of the Madrid derby between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. But we are facing Man City. That is our biggest challenge. We're going to have the away leg first, which is nice, but we need to get past the Citizens and into a Champions League final. Whew. So here we go, lads. On the road once again. The first leg. You guys know I'm a broken bloody record at this point, but away goals are what we need. Come on, lads. Let's get a big lead against Man City. Please Quick sim, the scoreline, 3-0. What is going on with this team? Let's go. Lautaro Martinez hat-trick. Things you love to see. We've got 1 foot and 4 bloody toes into this Champions League final. It is going to take an absolute collapse of extreme proportions to not make it through to the Champions League final here. Nicolo Zaniolo suspended for this second leg. Miranchuk into the starting 11. Come on, lads. 3-0 up. Quick simming it. Are we headed to a Champions League final? Yes, we are. 2-1, making it 5-1 on aggregate. Let's go, Torino. Champions League final bound in season number 6. Let's go. They've made a fuck ton of Champions League finals in the rebuild so far, but in season number 6, we are going to have to overcome the might of Atletico Madrid if we want to be crowned European champions. Manchester United have won the Europa League, however, taking down Spurs in that final. We finally get our hands on a Serie A title in this rebuild. It's taken so long, but we have emerged as champions of the league and Centurions as well. Brilliant. Standard procedure though, Genoa, Crotone, and Udinese in the bin. Haven't got our hands on a Coppa Italia yet though. AC Milan winning that. But here we go, lads, taking a look at the squad report ahead of the Champions League final. What a season it has been. Getting this Champions League title would be the icing on the crown to a great season. But like I said just before, Atletico Madrid have been bloody impressive in this rebuild. I'm assuming João Felix is going to be a trillion overall by this point. We've got to hope that our big players step up and get the job done. I'm not going to lie. Past few weeks on FIFA since the latest patch, I've been pretty bloody good. So my confidence is at an all-time high. But we need that confidence to carry over here as we take on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. Torino, lads, let's get it done. Here we go. Champions League final time. Atletico Madrid versus Torino. Let's get it done. That helps. Turnover already. Let's go. Come on, let's plan it out from the back. Tonali. Doozy. See some little overlaps here. Let's get these numbers through. Zaniolo, look at that run. Look at that run. Great ball. Great ball. Martinez belts it. And he finds the back of the net. That is the dream start there. The Atletico Madrid defense crumbling. Absolutely crumbling. I didn't think we were going to be able to get that ball through, but that's a belter of a ball from Zaniolo. 1-0. Good ball. Got to get back there with Hakimi. Feels weird playing 3 at the back. Haven't played 3 at the back for quite some time. Just close up any good passing angles. That's not what I wanted to do. What? Penalty? The ball was passed. He'd already passed the bloody thing. No, I need to see a replay of this. Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Show me this replay. He's passed it. What's he meant to do? He's trying to get the ball. Stitch up. Come on. We're going to make sure we save this. Come on. Step up, All Black. Against your former side. João Felix. What do you got? I reckon he's going to go to the right. He goes to the right. And it's saved. Get that one up here. Corner here, though, for Atletico Madrid. Cannot get complacent yet. Danger is not over. Sarr swings it in. They get the header straight into All Black. Jesus. Defend. Do not let them get something back here just before half time. Lo Celso. Yeah, I thought we had a tackle. There we go. Come on. I thought the referee was one of their players for a second. Got me worried. Look at Wesley. You got the pace, Wesley. You got the pace. Get past this Verdonk guy. Wesley holding it up. Going there. Good overlapping run. Through to Pedro Neto. Neto. Touch. Finish off the post. Let's go. Come on. 2-0. Counter-attacking Kings. Let's go, Neto. That is huge. Just before halftime. Let's go. Third goal to start the second half off would be nice. This is a nice play. Hakimi. Come on, Hakimi. Just back yourself. Back. Nah, Longle's gone. Go. Wesley. Wesley! I thought that one was top corner, bro. Corner for Atletico Madrid, lads. Sarr. Ball in deep. Yes, caught easily. Danger area. Danger area. Ah, sloppy. Sloppy. They've got to defend here, lads. They go back. Oh, we gave them too much space. It's game on now. João Felix, you're welcome to go and celebrate and waste time. But there's 20 minutes to go now. Game on. I don't like this, lads. The momentum's just shifted so much. What are we doing defensively? We're having a stinker. Get the block in. Get the block. Fuck me. Get the ball back. Why are you stopping off that, Black? Fucking just clear it. I do not like this. They put that one in there. Punched away. Oh, referee keeps fucking throwing me off of that lime jersey. They win it again. Not like this. Carbonara. Fettuccine Carbonara. Going to Thomas Partey. Just defend, lads. The FIFA cheese, please. Get back. Head it. No. Oh my god. I thought we were done. Just hold it. Just hold it. Blow the whistle, referee. Blow the whistle. We're going to belt this as far as possible. Come on. Blow that. Well, there it is. Oh my god, lads. That was way too stressful for my liking, but we have done it. That is the Champions League title and the rebuild complete with Torino. Lads, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you are new around here. Oh my god. Enjoy these title celebrations. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.